This may possibly be the best banner in Honkai style, and today I'm going to tell you why. So this banner is Jingyun's, I hope I'm saying his name right, his banner essentially. And Jingyun, in my opinion, is an amazing character alongside the characters that are on his banner, which are Tingyun, Su Shang, and March 7th. March 7th is a character we will be getting for free when you play through this story very early on, but she is also a notable mention in this video as to why I personally believe this banner is incredible, especially for those who do plan to, once you get into the game, prioritize which banners you feel like are the most quote-unquote worth it. In today's video, once again, I'm going to be telling you why this banner in particular is really good. So I'm going to be starting off with the 5-star of the banner, which is Jing Yuan. Jing Yuan is a very interesting character as he is able to hit multiple targets, he is a lightning character, and he also has a lightning lord, which is very unique only to him. The lightning lord is essentially an additional attack not from Jingyun himself, but the Lightning Lord is its own thing that is tied to him. So to begin with Jingyun's kit, his normal attack just does lightning damage to a single enemy. His skill deals lightning damage equal to a percentage of his attack to all enemies and increases the Lightning Lord's attack count by 2 for the next turn. The Lightning Lord's attack count matters quite a lot, as that is what's able to basically summon the Lightning Lord to begin with to be able to attack. When you do your ultimate, you deal lightning damage equal to a percentage of his attack to all enemies, and you increase the Lightning Lord's attack count now by 3. So now I'm going to explain Jingyun's talent, which explains the Lightning Lord and why it is so beneficial. He summons the Lightning Lord at the start of battle. The Lightning Lord has 60 base speed and 3 base attack count. Its attacks are considered follow-up attacks. Each count of the Lightning Lord attack deals lightning damage equal to a percentage of Jingyun's attack to a single enemy, whose adjacent targets also receive lightning damage equal to a percentage of the damage dealt to the main target. The Lightning Lord's attack count can reach a max of 10. Keep in mind, once again, the skill gives you 2 counts, while the ultimate gives you 3. Additionally, if you are enjoying this video so far, make sure to hit the subscribe button and let's carry on. Keeping that in mind, the Lightning Lord's attack count, once again, it can reach a maximum of 10. Each time the Lightning Lord attacks, the account is increased by 1. And its speed is increased by 1. After it attacks, the speed and attack count returns to its base value. When Jingyun is knocked out, the Lightning Lord will also disappear. When Jingyun is affected by the crowd control debuff, he is not able to take action. The reason why Jingyun is so good in my opinion is the fact that he has the Lightning Lord, which can deal additional damage to enemies. The Lightning Lord is dependent on the attack count you currently have on it, which if you use his skill, you'll gain 2, you use his ultimate, you'll gain 3. I hope that makes sense. If you guys have any questions about him, let me know. But the main reason why he's so good is due to the fact that you can stack these attack counts and the Lightning Lord will gradually have more speed and overall just be more powerful. So overall, I just feel like Jingyun as a character is really strong due to all the things that he can bring to the table. Additionally, if you do use his technique, his attack count in the first turn increases by 2 at the start of battle instead of 1. So if his attack count is only at 1 and you do get that follow-up attack within the first turn, you will be forced kind of to use his skill immediately due to the fact that the Lightning Lord would be gone during that second turn if he already used up one of his attack counts. So once again, I hope that makes sense. And the reason why I feel like this banner in particular is really nice is just the characters that he is paired up with. Jingyun is a really good character, especially for buffing lightning characters. The reason why she is really good is that with her skill, she's able to increase the attack of a single ally, and then she's also able to bless the ally. When she blesses an ally, their lightning damage is going to also be increased for 3 turns. When she uses her ultimate, she regenerates 50 energy for a target ally, which could also help out Jingyun, especially with recharging his ultimate in order to keep the Lightning Lord up at all times. And then it also, she's able to increase the target's damage, which means the ally's damage, by a percentage for another 3 turns. As for her talent is very unique in my opinion, due to the fact that she'll be able to actually deal more damage depending on the attack percent of a blessed character. So currently at her level 1 talent, she can gain up to 30% of attack of a blessed character, so her lightning damage is going to do more damage. So overall, she's a really good buffer for the case of being able to buff your teammates by a significant amount, but also being able to buff herself depending on the attack stat of who she is blessing. with Jingyun, I'm sure the attack stat will be high as he is a strong DPS character. So I feel like him and her are an excellent pair, and I feel like she would honestly be his best pair when it comes to using him as a character due to what she offers for the team and him in particular. Next up on the banner is March 7th. As we all know, March 7th is free, but the cool thing about her being on the banner is if you wanted to get, I guess, the consolations of this game, then you're able to try to snag some of those. The reason why March 7th, though, as the base would be good on this team is that she's able to offer shields. Shields can be very beneficial to a character like Jing Yuan, and eventually when we talk about Su Shang, due to the fact that all of them would really benefit from the shields that are given from March 7th. She's also able to freeze enemies, as we know, so the freezing can definitely come in handy, especially if you are possibly taking a lot of damage and you need to shield. You can get away with freezing them, then use that turn to shield up. But overall, she is an excellent support, and in my tier list, I did definitely rank her really high up there due to her utility, especially due to the fact that she is free. I feel like she's an excellent character, especially on this team. Now, if you did want to get that constellation, at her 6th constellation, I know that's very deep in, but let's say hypothetically you want to go all in on this banner, then allies under the protection of a shield granted by the skill restores HP equal to 6% of their max HP plus 48 at the beginning of each turn. So it is a small amount of healing, but it is still a little bit that you are benefiting from her constellations. I feel like that healing can definitely be good in the case if you are really low on health and you don't have a healer and you only have her, then I feel like that could be really good for that case. But you know, it's not necessary, but I just feel like that is a nice touch if you do end up getting a lot of copies of her while summoning on this banner in particular. So overall, I feel like she's a great match for this team as well, as she can shield, as I said, and also freeze enemies if need be. Lastly, we have Su Shang, which in my opinion is probably one of the best 4-stars. I personally love her. I've been playing around with her quite a bit when I do play the beta, as she was the first 4-star I ended up pulling that is not, like, I guess, a free 4-star or 4-star you just automatically get like Asta. So what Su Shang is able to do is really good as well. I don't know necessarily if she is a perfect pair on this team, but if you do want a lot of DPS damage, then I feel like she can definitely be good for that purpose as well. So what Su Shang is able to do is she's essentially able to attack multiple times in a turn if you play her properly. By this, I mean essentially when you use your ultimate, she will advance her turn by 100%, which basically means that she'll immediately be able to attack right after using her ultimate. How I like to pair her is using her skill and then her ultimate and then using her skill again, or if I don't have any more skill points, then I just use her basic attack. But using skill, ultimate, and skill is a really strong combo on her, and I feel like overall she's a really strong character because of that. Additionally, she has the sword stance, which deals additional physical damage to an enemy. It's like a tick after she does the first attack. And with her skill, she is able to have a small percentage to trigger it, but if the enemy has a weakness break, which is basically their toughness meter is broken, it'll guarantee to trigger, which I think is really strong. And when she uses her ultimate, she can also trigger Sword Stance even more with 2 additional chances for 2 turns. So you can technically get up to, I believe, 3 ticks. I've been able to get 3 before. And with her talent, she is actually able to increase her own speed when a weakness is broken on the field, which is that toughness meter, as I've mentioned. When that gets broken by any ally or even herself, she'll be able to increase her speed, and she's just overall able to do a lot of damage to enemies. I feel like she's really powerful because of that, and I feel like on this team she could work as well if you did want to do double DPSs, but if you don't, then you don't really necessarily need her. But I do feel like on maybe a secondary team, she could be an excellent choice to have, possibly even as a main DPS or even a secondary DPS, depending on what you want to do. But overall, I feel like this banner offers a lot, especially to people who are possibly free to play, or even people who spend. I would likely recommend that you possibly look into this banner. And when the game does come out, if the banner is the exact same, then I would definitely recommend to possibly, once again, look into this banner, see if you like the characters. If you do like the characters, I feel like all of them do have really nice designs, then I would definitely recommend to possibly go for it. But I just noticed that this banner is pretty nice in that case. And personally, I am definitely going to be summoning quite a lot on this banner, as I personally love all the characters on the banner, and I'm trying to get at least 1 copy of each of them if I can. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope I did my best with trying to explain why they work well together. The only character I would be a little iffy on is Su Shang on the team, But if you do want to use her, it's completely fine. It'll definitely be very powerful. But if you rather use possibly a debuffer or a healer or whatever it may be, you could do that as well. But I would absolutely pair Jingyun and Tingwan together. I just feel like they are really, really powerful together. So I would highly recommend those two, to say the least. But I hope you all enjoyed this video. I hope it helped out. And if you have any questions, let me know in the comments down below, as maybe my explanations were a little rough. If they were, just let me know so I can possibly try to answer any questions you may have. And if you enjoyed the video, make sure to hit the subscribe button, all that good stuff. And I hope to see you in my next video. I hope you have a nice one. Peace.